Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back. And did I tell you or did I not tell you? Colin Farrell won Best Actor in a Limited Series, The Penguin. It was a no-brainer for me. It really was. And it's not news for anybody who's watched The Penguin. If you haven't watched The Penguin, I don't know where in this world you happen to live in, because it is one of the best shows that I have ever watched. And I'm talking about it ranks up there with The Sopranos, Boardwalk Empire, Game of Thrones. I mean, The Penguin, it, from the writing to the directing to the actor himself, Colin Farrell playing the Penguin. Now, obviously, Matt Reeves, who's this universe's, right? Director, right? He's directed the Batman, and the Penguin happens to be in that universe. I remember the first time we heard that Colin Farrell was going to be playing the Penguin. And if you know Colin Farrell, this man is like a method actor. He has played everything, and not only does he do it, he knows how. I don't understand, because he has this really strong, I don't know if it's an Irish or Scottish accent, right? If you actually, his accent is very, very strong. But this man can turn on a New York accent, a Texas accent, a Southern accent. All right, he is out, and not only that, he brings so much into every freaking role. So I remember when Matt Reeves said, yeah, Colin Farrell is going to play the Penguin. And then we watched the Batman and we saw him play the Penguin. And I remember going, yeah, one of them is either going to get their own show. And one of them meaning it's either going to be him or the Riddler, because that's how good they were in that movie. And then obviously we heard last year that the Penguin was actually going to have his own show. And then we got the show. And I remember watching the first episode and I got hooked. And I remember the last episode ending in basically a cliffhanger. That show, and I'm speaking not only as a huge fan of this universe that I'm seeing Matt Reeves really, really work on. And I'm sad that he's actually pushed back the sequel to the Batman until 2027, I think. But them casting and going with this direction, because again, if you're a fan of the comics, you know the Penguin looks a certain way. And I think the closest person who portrayed like basically being comically accurate was Danny DeVito in 1989 in the first Batman movie, right, with Michael Keaton. When Danny DeVito played the Penguin, he looked like the Penguin. They gave him a nose. They gave him the, what do you call these? His flippers, right? So he, like, being comically accurate, right? And he actually portrayed a really, really good Penguin. They went a different direction with Colin Farrell's version of the Penguin, but it worked. This is one of those where a director takes liberties, right? And decides to go a different way and portray a certain character a certain way, but it worked. A la Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, the first Joker. It worked. He's not the Joker we're accustomed to in the comics, but it worked. Heath Ledger worked as the Joker, but he's not what we're used to, right? One of the biggest characters that we saw, especially as a villain, that really, really came close to, actually was the closest to being comically accurate, is Margot Robbie playing Harley Quinn. She was comically accurate, from her skin being pale white, right, to everything that she did, portraying the character. That was absolutely close to what we've experienced in the comics. But with with Colin Farrell's The Penguin, everything Matt Reeves did, everything they did, I give credit to their makeup, whoever came up with that costume that he had to wear, that he said in the first, when they were shooting the Batman, it took them 8 hours, but they were able to work it down to like 4 hours, I guess, 3 to 4 hours now shooting the Penguin. It worked. And I remember his portrayal in the show. I mean, and I knew by like the fourth episode, this show is going to get awards. Not only was he going to get awards, but also Sophia was going to get awards. But apparently, she didn't win for Best Supporting Actor or Actress, which to me is a snub. But you win some, you lose some. But it was a complete no-brainer, and I said it when I did my closing remarks on the Penguin show. I had zero doubt that he was going to win awards for this show. Now, he just won the Golden Globe. I'm fairly certain he might win, and he will win an Emmy. And it's because, again, if you haven't watched The Penguin, I implore you. Now, this is rated R. This is not for children. This is outstanding DC content. Go watch The Penguin and let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments what you think, because I can almost guarantee you, majority of you will love it. You'll look forward to season 2, which we're hearing is coming. We don't know when. But anyway, Colin Farrell, congratulations, well deserved for winning Best Actor in The Penguin, and looking forward to see what he does next, because apparently he's also going to come back in the sequel. So anyway, looking forward to see you guys on the next episode. Peace.